Hey guys, this is Robert Nicholson with the ED Treatment Information Center, and today I'm going to tell you something you may not know about erectile dysfunction. If you have ED, without appropriate treatment, it's probably going to get worse, and it's not just because you're getting older. To understand why, let's take an ordinary kitchen sponge, and here I have a brand new sponge right out of the package. Let's put it in a bowl of water. Give it a little squeeze, and as you can see, that sponge holds a lot of water. Now I'm going to take an old dried up sponge. You may have one of these hiding under your kitchen sink. Let's put it in the water, give it a squeeze, and it doesn't hold nearly as much water. This is important because in your penis, there's tissue called the corpus cavernosa, and it fills up with blood just like a sponge, and that's what gives you an erection. Now, just like any other tissue in the body, you need blood flow to provide oxygen and nutrients. When you're young, that's no problem. You get spontaneous erections several times a day. You get erections at night while you're sleeping. You wake up with an erection. And all of those erections provide the blood and the oxygen and the nutrients that the corpus cavernosa needs to stay healthy. But when you have erectile dysfunction, you may not get as many spontaneous erections. You may not get them at all. And if you do, they're not as strong and they don't last as long. So the tissue in your penis atrophies. It dries up, it dies. It actually shrinks like this old kitchen sponge. And men with severe ED or men who've had erectile dysfunction for a number of years find that their penis actually shrinks. They may lose 2 or 3 inches of length. But there are some things you can do to prevent this. First, ask your doctor for a prescription to daily Tadalafil. Tadalafil is just the generic name for Cialis. You're going to take a 5 milligram or 10 milligram pill every day. It will improve the blood flow in the penis, and researchers have found that this improves the overall health of the penis by having that regular blood flow, and it may actually, over time, improve your ED. So your ED will actually get a little bit better if you're taking daily Tadalafil. Second thing you can do, if you're able, is make sure you get regular erections. Whether it's with a partner or masturbation, you'd like to get an erection twice a day to take the place of those spontaneous erections and nighttime erections. And you want to maintain that erection for 10 minutes or so to get that blood flow in the penis. The third thing you can do, and this is the best, is to use a vacuum erection device or a penis pump. This is a manual pump, and this is an electric pump that uses a push button, and it's rechargeable. Either way, it works the same. You put this tube over the penis, you pump up the vacuum, and that draws blood into the penis. It gives you an erection. You want to do this twice a day, 2 sessions, maybe morning and night, for about 10 minutes. And what you want to do is pump up that vacuum, give yourself an erection, hold it for about 2 minutes, then let it drain. And then repeat. Pump up the vacuum, get an erection, let it drain. Continue that cycle for about 10 minutes. And that's going to provide lots of blood flow, lots of oxygen, and lots of nutrients. And what scientists have found is this actually improves the health of those tissues, of the corpus cavernosa, and it can even restore lost length. It can reverse that shrinkage, so it can give you some really dramatic improvements. Now, some men also use a vacuum pump to get an erection prior to sex. They use the pump, they pump up the vacuum, they get an erection, and then they use a cock ring or a constriction band to trap the blood in the penis to maintain that erection so they can have sex. Most men find this isn't very satisfactory. It's cumbersome. This is certainly not a spontaneous way to have sex with your partner. It doesn't give you a very good erection, and that band or ring can be pretty uncomfortable. But if you're going to buy a penis pump, it's something you might want to try. When you're shopping for a pump, you can find these online at an online sex shop for $20, but don't buy those. The cheap pumps don't give you a good vacuum, they don't hold the vacuum, and they're cheap, they break. You want to look for an FDA-approved medical grade pump. And instead of $20 or $30, that may cost you $150. But it'll do a really good job for you. It will last a long time. This particular pump is actually 10 years old, and it still works just fine. That's it for today. Try those 3 tips, and hopefully it will give you a better, healthier penis. For more information on the causes and treatment of erectile dysfunction, visit our website.